Step 4. Choose your color scheme. In the world of design, both interior designers and color specialists will work with you to choose the perfect paint color or to help you choose the right color scheme for your home. But personally, I think that this can be done pretty well on your own if you follow an easy, straightforward formula. So here it is. First, pick a neutral that you love as your base. Neutrals include today's very popular gray, or it could be beige, or brown, or grayish, which is what happened when gray and beige had a baby, or anything in the white or cream family. Black is also technically a neutral. However, most people don't want large amounts of furniture or most of their walls to be shades of black, which I understand, although black is a fantastic color to use particularly in certain styles, such as industrial, transitional, contemporary, urban modern, and zen. So pick your neutral. I personally have different shades of grayish on my walls throughout my house, as I love gray, but I have a house with primarily beige tile floor, so grayish walls allows me to easily integrate gray pieces of furniture with the beige floor. So sometimes I'm asked, can I have two main neutrals in a room? You can, but if you do, it looks best when you have one that's dark and one that's light. For example, dark gray and a lighter beige, or chocolate brown and light gray, or dark gray and a light grayish. Once you have your neutral or neutral selected, now go ahead and choose 1 to 3 accent colors. The best way to choose your accent colors is to take a look at your closet and see what color clothes you have in your closet. People, including myself, tend to buy clothes in colors that they love and know look flattering on them. So why not decorate a room in a color that you both love and you know will look flattering in when you are in it? For me, I love blue, so that is one of my main accent colors throughout my home. If you choose to have only one accent color like blue, then a room looks really rich and layered if you pick items that are different shades of that blue. Now by shade, I mean either a lighter or a darker version of that color. So for example, in the case of blue, maybe you love a bright blue like the Caribbean. Then be sure to incorporate some lighter and darker versions of that color into your room. Can you see how using different shades of a color in a room creates so much more interest than one shade? Now, if you decide to have more than one accent color, then here is what you want to do to get it right every time. Either choose to have an analogous color scheme or a complementary color scheme. So what does that mean? Well, analogous just means that these colors sit next to each other on the color wheel, or also on a rainbow. So for example, a warm color scheme would be red, orange, and yellow because these are all warm colors. A cool analogous color scheme would be green, blue, and purple, as these are all cool colors. Analogous color schemes are often found in nature and are generally quite pleasing to the eye, so you can't go wrong here. Conversely, a complementary color scheme refers to colors that sit opposite each other on the color wheel. So orange and blue look great together, and so do yellow and purple. The other piece of your color scheme that sometimes people forget about is what color you want the hard surfaces to be in your room, meaning the legs of your tables, legs of your sofas and chairs, bases of your lamps, etc. Colors for hard surfaces generally include chrome or silver, brass or gold, various shades of wood, or black such as wrought iron. Chrome or silver looks best with contemporary, transitional, mid-century modern, industrial, Scandinavian, and Zen styles. Brass or gold looks best with transitional, mid-century modern, and bohemian styles. Wood looks best with the following styles: traditional, coastal chic, bohemian, French country, farmhouse, western, mid-century modern, and urban modern. Black or iron goes best with an industrial style. So now I'm sure you're asking yourself, can you mix hard surface colors? Of course you can. But just like with the styles, I generally recommend choosing one main hard surface color and then using small amounts of another hard surface color throughout the room, unless you have a really large space, in which case you can mix them at nearly 50-50. But in general, think 2/3 of one hard surface color, like silver, and then 1/3 of another hard surface color, like brass. So that, in a nutshell, is an easy formulaic way to pick a great color scheme every time. So to recap, pick your neutral, pick 1 to 3 accent colors, and then pick the color of your hard surfaces, and there you go. Now, a final note about color schemes. If you intend to paint the room, I strongly suggest that you wait until you've purchased all of your furniture and your accessories before picking your paint color. There are literally a million or more paint colors, but not nearly as many choices with your furnishings. So I will pick out all of the furniture and accessories first, then I will choose my paint color. So how do you then choose your paint color? Well, first you want to decide on the mood of the room. Do you want a light and airy or a warm, moody, or romantic feeling? If you're going for light and airy, then choose a light color, and it can be either a shade of your neutral or one of your accent colors. The darker the color, the moodier the room becomes. I personally love dark paint colors, but I use them sparingly. For example, I chose a dark charcoal gray color for my powder room, and it looks very dramatic paired with primarily gold and some silver accent colors. Also, consider how much light the room gets. In general, northern-facing rooms, which generally get less light, do best with a lighter paint color, unless there are a ton of windows and or you live further south on the equator. And southern-facing rooms, which generally get more light, can definitely handle darker hues. Also, if you have a room that you are trying to make appear larger, I would recommend a lighter paint color, as a lighter color will help the walls to feel as if they are receding. Conversely, if you have a really large room that you want to appear smaller and cozier, then I would recommend you use a darker color, as dark colors tend to make walls appear as if they are advancing. But again, design rules can always be broken, and in nearly all cases, I think you should go with what type of mood you ultimately want for your room. And finally, remember that paint is the easiest thing to change out. So don't be afraid to experiment, because you can always paint it again fairly easily.